guys, welcome back to Angel Angela, and on this topic I wanted to talk to you guys about how narcissists want you dead. Narcissists want you dead, and narcissists are willing to sacrifice you. Yes, you. They're willing to sacrifice you, not knowing, not understanding that by sacrificing you, they're causing harm to themselves. So the more harm they cause you, the more harm they're causing themselves. And it's crazy because they're gripping onto you like they're hanging from a rope. They're bleeding. They don't want to let go. They don't want to let go of you. They're the ones who've hurt you, yet they're hurting you. They don't want you to be happy. They're still slandering you. They're putting you in a deep depression. They're oppressing you. Not only are they oppressing you and depressing you, but, they put you in a state of mind where sometimes you even want to give up yourself. You wish you were dead. Sometimes you'll wish you were dead. Sometimes you feel like maybe you're not capable of doing it, but you feel like they're pushing you. And then you let these people go. You let them go and live their life as the nasty people that they are. You give up because you're like, you know what? I have to forgive myself. I have to forgive the situation. Empaths, we're always trying to forgive people and what they do in the situation. And the only thing where it's very difficult for us to do is walk away. And when we actually gain knowledge and the understanding that we have to come to a point in time where we do have to walk away because it's either my life or their life. It almost feels like if I don't do something to them, they might kill me. Or it almost feels like, you'll start thinking about suicidal thoughts. And some people that even think suicidal thoughts even think about, the narcissist dying. If you're capable of thinking, I'm willing to kill myself for this person, for this abuser who abused me, there is a feeling in you where you'll want them dead. And guess what? The feeling is mutual. The feeling is mutual to the narcissist. The narcissist is like, cool, I want to hurt you too, and you're thinking, but you're the one who abused me. You're the one who told lies on me. You're the one that did all of these things to me that you knew were hurting me, and you were doing them out in the open, and you didn't care. The narcissist tries to sacrifice you, and you'll always have those people in the group that don't know what's going on. You'll have those people where you're like, they know what's going on though. They know. There's no way that they don't know. But you can definitely tell that there's this naiveness in their eyes where you can kind of see that they're blind, like they're spiritually blind, because you're like, you can kind of see yourself in those people. When you're spiritually blind, you kind of see yourself in those people. Then you have the people, that know what's going on, that knows what the narcissist is doing to turn others against you. They know what the narcissist did. You know that they know. They know that they know, but they're looking at you as if you should keep everything they've done to you a secret. Like you shouldn't bring it up. Especially if you went through things in your young years. They don't want you to bring these things up. They're like, don't bring it up. You're going to cause, problems. So they're already looking at you weird because they're expecting you to be fake, because they're like, we're narcissists, we're fake. You're old enough to know how this works. And you're like, what are you talking about? You guys were acting? Yes, we were acting like your parents. We were acting like loving people. We were acting, don't bring up the trauma, things that you feel like you're hurt, because just by us knowing that you're thinking about what we did to you, just by us knowing that you're thinking of it, we're going to feel offended, and we're going to feel like you're after us, and we're paranoid. And now we have to all come together to destroy you, and we have to use people, and we have to keep control over the people that kind of like don't fully understand, but they understand. We have to keep full control of over them, you know. And if they're falling for everything we're saying, you know, they might be on our level, but we still don't respect them. You know, they're learning how to be fake. So that's the only respect we have for them, because they're on our side. So we don't care about these people, but we only care about them because they're on our side. And as long as we can have more people on our side, we win. We win. So you have all of these people hanging onto a rope trying to get to you. It kind of reminds me of the Home Alone movie. Narcissists are like the criminals. You know, once you know what the criminal thinks, how they think, you know what they're going to do before they do it. You know that they're trying to figure out how you think. And they think that you're going to do the same thing that you always do. And that's why when you do the opposite, because you finally understand these people are trying to kill me. They want me to destroy myself. They want, you know, they're trying to sacrifice me. But by doing so, they're falling like dominoes. This is why narcissists want you dead, because they know that once you know the truth, you don't even have to do anything. They're just going to get their karma back to back to back to back because you finally woke up. This is why they rather want you dead. This is why they want you to dead yourself, because they're criminals. They're criminals and they don't want to pay the price for what they've done. You know, the narcissist doesn't want the empath to know what the narcissist is capable of doing before they do it. Just like the narcissist knows what you're going to do before you do it, they don't want you to know how they think, how they get down, you know? And because the boy knew what they were going to do before they did it, he ended up burning the rope. And they're trying to climb back up, but now they can't climb back up because they're on fire now. You know, now they're trying to back up off of you, but now they're on fire. They're on fire. And what the narcissist doesn't understand is that by them trying to kill you and destroy you and give you those thoughts of wanting to even hurt yourself, what they don't realize is that they can't go back on what they did and said. Once that rope is burned, that connection, it's burnt, and they have to pay the price. So these people are literally trying to destroy you, kill you, you know, break your spirit. You know, make you hate them. They love the attention, bad or positive. They want you to hate them for what they've done to you, you know. First you love them, and then you're feeling like you hate these people because they played this trick on you. You know, and once you understand that and you know what they're going to do before they do it, you know, you're one step ahead of the game. So just by you knowing what they're going to do before they do it, you don't even have to do anything. You're just sitting back. You literally don't have to lift a finger. You just sit back because you know exactly what they're doing. You don't even have to do anything. And you will see that just by you knowing, it's like that rope burning up, and it's going quickly up to burn them up. Whatever they're doing, it goes back to them. It goes back to them because now you're well aware. And when that starts happening, they know that you know, and now it makes them even more mad. So they're sitting here burning up from the rope on fire. You know, the moment that they put some water on themselves and they dry themselves from that fire, the moment that they finally, things start going good for them, because God is giving them another chance, they have so much hate in their heart that they're going through their karma and they're still coming for you. They are still coming for you. They still want you dead. They still want you to destroy yourself. You've done nothing to these people, nothing to the extent of what they're trying to do to you. And that's how you know you're not nuts. You're not crazy. It's literally like the cat and mouse game. It's like, like Roadrunner. It's like Bugs Bunny. They just keep coming and coming for you. And because you know what they're going to do, they're not ready for you. That's why the empath is so strong. And they don't want you to know what you're capable of. They don't want you to know your power. These people really want you dead. And, I really don't like giving too much energy into this. Honestly, when I make these videos, you guys, I make them because I know it's people out there that feel the way I once felt. And, even today, just to make this video, it's like I get these messages that I know I'm supposed to share, but it becomes draining to me. And, I experienced something where I was like, when you put the pieces together, and how I've told you guys in a lot of videos that we're all just energy, and we're all connected, and how when I was with this narcissist, everyone was connected to him, or people from my past even were connected to the narcissist. And I was like, there's no way. Like, it's almost like it's such a small world. It's almost like, why would you know these people? Why would they be connected to you and to me? And it just, it was just so many things. It was just a very, very small world situation. And I do believe everything I've experienced for a reason. So to me, that's energy. I never overlook anything. And this is why I was like, you know what, let me get on here and share this message, because this might actually save someone's life for any of you who have felt like the narcissist has destroyed you. The narcissist, by trying to kill you, trying to destroy you, trying to dead you, they're destroying themselves. Sometimes we can clearly see that the narcissist is getting their karma, and they're still coming for us. They won't leave us alone. We can clearly see that. It's like 20/20 vision. We see it. But what's more painful, it's that they're trying to destroy you, and you genuinely, cared about these people, and they didn't regard, they didn't regard your feelings, what they did to you. They didn't stop and really analyze their actions, and it's sad, because like I said, they'll get their karma. You'll hear about it. God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, will reveal everything that people have done to you, or reveal situations. And this is why I wanted to talk about this before, I lose my train of thought. But when I say the universe reveals things to you, and that you're on the right path, you have to listen to yourself, because a lot of times when you're thinking these bad thoughts about the narcissist and things like that, what can happen, all these things, your inner self is really telling you, like, to wake up. It's telling you, it's giving you the signs. Sometimes we're like, well, maybe it wasn't a big deal. Maybe I could have done something else different. You just start questioning yourself about everything you've done. What I dealt with was my narcissist brother, who was like sleeping with different narcissist women. And me and him had a fallout, and he basically, like, he tried to sell me out. He tried to do a lot of things to me. And to me, it was almost like, you don't even treat your own friends like that. And I could tell that a part of him felt like, because I'm his older sister, I knew that a part of him felt like, you're not my mom, you're just my sister. That was his attitude, and he felt like I was trying to attack him. So I see his side of the story, but what's so crazy is that he just has no sense, he has no sense of, he didn't have any sense of reality. And I'm thinking to myself, like, there's narcissists everywhere. You have to be careful. And, I know that a lot of women are looked at as good people just because it's a woman and you're supposed to be, women are fragile or whatever. But when he was bringing these women, I could feel their aura. I could feel that they were narcissists. And then I would get this intuition in me that would be like, they'll set him up and they'll have a guy come in here and rob, my mom's house. And I would have all of these bad intuitions when he would have certain females here. I could just feel their spirit, narcissistic, right? And my brother's super narcissistic too. So it was like what happens with narcissists a lot is that they use empaths, but they like other narcissists. And when they get with other narcissists, the reason they can't, a lot of times they don't like staying with narcissists on a full-time basis is because bad things are always happening when they're together, and what I noticed was bad things were happening. And basically my mother told me to come over. She was basically telling me that all of these bad things were happening because some girl he had just met online, she was dropping her whole life on him, all this crazy stuff. And I basically talked to him about it. He blew up. He got really mad that I said anything about it. I let it go because I knew, like, he thought I was just nagging him in a way, like, oh, you think you know everything and da 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 da. Sometimes people do not want to hear things from the people closest to them. That's just how the world we live in. That's how things are. You're really on your own, really. And sometimes you try to help people because you're like, hey, we're really on our own. Anything that I do for you, I'm trying to look out for you. That's how I was looking at it at that moment. It was like, I know you're pissed, but I'm trying to look out for you. You don't see it as that, but I know in my heart one day you're going to see it as that. So, I let it go until I had came to visit. And when I was visiting and I was with my mom, all of a sudden this guy comes to the house and he's like banging on the door, banging on the windows. He's just outside like a maniac. And I was like, is that a narcissist? Because it sounds like that narcissistic rage. Or is that an empath who is, just losing it because this narcissist is making him go crazy, right? And the reason I say that is because this man was here because the girl that my brother was sleeping with was married and she had a child, and she was over here, and my brother knew the guy. He wasn't friends with him, but he knew him. I think they worked together or something. So anyway, to make long story short, my brother didn't want to come out the house. The dude was super violent. He was like hitting our doors, windows really hard. So I went outside. I basically told him, because he was aggressive even with me. And what's so crazy is that my brother was like, encouraging me to go talk to him, but he didn't have to do it. That was my natural instinct because I wanted to protect my family, So I went outside and I was like, look, I don't know what's going on with you and your wife. I don't know, like, your relationship, but this isn't his house. This is my mother's house. This isn't his house. He's, young, naive. You basically have to talk to your wife when she gets home. Like, you're going to have to, because if not, I'm going to have to call the police because we don't have anything to do with it. We don't even know you, So, the guy ends up leaving, and this is why I'm making a video of, the narcissist tries to kill you, because the girl, I could tell she was a narcissist. There was no remorse. The way she walked, like, got out of the room and she was walking towards her car where the guy was yelling. She walked almost like she is used to this behavior, like almost like you're not going anywhere, and yeah, I did cheat on you. So what? Her attitude was like, whatever. And I was like, wow. I was just more shocked because it was just crazy to me, you guys. But anyway, so the girl ends up leaving, and next thing my brother's laughing, he's giggling, and he's like, I'm basically telling him, like, that's not cool. That's not cool that I went outside and I had to, like, talk to a grown ass man and defend you. Like, that's not cool for a grown man to come over here. You're treating this, my mom's house like a hotel, and anything can happen. Like, this guy was banging on the windows to the point where it's like he could have broke a window. Like, then what? Who would have paid for it? He would have broke a door. Who would have paid for it? He would have came in here and hurt someone for what? Over a girl that, we just told you. We could tell she's not a good girl. We didn't even know she was married. I just knew she was a narcissist. Come to find out, she's married. She has a kid. Come to find out, her husband is at home watching their child while she's coming over here sleeping around with my brother. So to me, it was like, this is dangerous, basically. And he laughed at me. He was telling me that he wasn't going to keep sleeping. He said he was going to keep sleeping with her, that he wasn't scared to fight the guy. He's like, man, I'm not scared of him. That guy is a coward. Like, I wouldn't be crying over no female. Like, I wouldn't be crying over no girl, and I'm an empath. So to me, I was like, that's not cool. Like, something dangerous can happen. Like, he's obviously at that point where he's emotional or whatever. And, my mom even told him, hey, you need to stop messing with that girl. Like, she's married and she has a kid. And my brother basically told me that the girl told him that she didn't want to be married, that she was forced into marriage because she got pregnant at a young age. So she's basically saying that she doesn't want to be with her husband, that they're basically forced living together because of their child, that she's already made it clear to him that she doesn't want to be together with him and all these things. But the way the guy came hitting the door like that, I was like, I told my brother, I said, there's no way. Even if she says that they're kind of separated, he's acting like he still has sex with her. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was like, okay, is he a narcissist or is he an empath? And sometimes you can't tell. That's a situation where something really nasty could have happened. It was a life and death situation. This is why I'm bringing it up. And you don't know who's the empath and who's the narcissist because you don't know either one of these people too well. You don't really know if this girl really, she got married young. She's trying to get out of this situation. You don't know if she, is really, but the fact that she slept with my brother so quickly, even that, I can sit there and judge her for that. But then it could also be that she's been dealing with this narcissist for so long. She's finally getting the attention she wants from someone else, or she feels like someone else is treating her better or in a different way. And maybe that's why, she slept with him. So it's easy to say she's a narcissist, but in situations like that, sometimes you don't really truly know. You don't know if he's the psycho and, he keeps saying he wants to change and, you just don't know. But what finally reassured me that, when you see those situations, you have to think about the details because the details are always there. Okay, you're married. Okay, you have a child. Okay, you don't want to be with this person. But you do know that if you're cheating and you're dealing with a narcissist, even if he's not a narcissist, you know that if you are cheating and you are married, that anything can happen. So if your partner is a narcissist, they can hurt you. If your partner is an empath, they can still hurt you. So to me, it was like, why isn't she taking any precautions of what can happen? Because that's all I was thinking about was the worst scenario. And I'm thinking to myself, why can't she see that she's putting other people in danger just because she says she got married too young, right? So basically, the years have passed, during that situation. That was just a situation that had happened, but the years had passed. My brother's a lot older. He doesn't live with my mom anymore, but It's such a small world where I told you guys everything is connected, and when you connect to people, it's like you just connect to them. There was something we were supposed to learn from that situation, and I'm going to share it with you guys. So years later, which is recently, I found out that through my mother, that while she was with one of her friends, that her friend's granddaughter knows the girl, and that she said that her husband committed suicide. So now this is where I say my brother didn't pay attention to what I was telling him. He thought it was a joke. Oh, I'll go fight him. I don't care. Why would you involve yourself into someone else's relationship problems and you don't know what's going on? That's dangerous. Just like when the narcissist hoovers you, and after they've discarded you and made you feel like killing yourself, like you're literally like, oh, I want to die, right? Then they come back to you, hoover you, fake the love with you, fake this love with you. Whether they're with a new supply or not, they might be with this person still, and they're hoovering you. And you felt like killing yourself. So this is why I say the narcissist brings death into your life, because they want you to die, because you want to commit suicide. Then you love them so much, you're willing to give them another chance because you're weak for them, because they put you in this trance, in this spell, and then they do the same thing over to you again, which makes you want to hurt yourself. But not just that, but they put you in situations where they might still be with that new supply and they're playing games with them. And just because you haven't snapped on the narcissist, or maybe you have, imagine the narcissist bumping into someone who they're at the capacity where they can't take it anymore. And that person follows, even when the narcissist is hoovering you. What if that person, the narcissist, is trying to hoover you, and then that person that they're with is hoovering the narcissist trying to get to you? Or that person knows the narcissist had a relationship with you, and because the narcissist is cheating with a new person, that new supply still thinks the narcissist is messing with you, and they come and hurt you, and you're not even talking to the narcissist anymore. The narcissist is cheating on them with someone else. But the narcissist will even tell the new supply that they're messing with you. So that's why I say the narcissist wants you dead, because they're willing to send people to even kill you and hurt you when you have done nothing to them. They play with people's feelings. So what ended up happening to that man was he committed suicide. And I thought to myself, I told my brother, this guy can hurt us. I seen the look in his eyes. I seen the look on the narcissist woman. It's that they look innocent, but you can just tell. She wants my brother. She manipulated my brother into believing it was okay for him to fight someone else. And in his mind, he thought there was nothing wrong with it. And he's not even looking at the details of what's really going on. He was being manipulated by her without him even realizing it, because he was getting sex. He was getting something out of it. I realized then at that time, I couldn't help my brother. I can't help anyone, because the more you try, it's like you're holding on to that rope too. You're holding on to that. You're burning your fingers holding on to that rope. Now, the only thing people remember this man as is someone chasing this woman around. And that was years ago. So that means, you mean to tell me from years ago to today, till 2021, you mean to tell me all these years you were still married to that woman that was sleeping around on you, and you're banging on people's doors? You were still with that woman? And even if there were other issues or other, factors that played into his depression, it's just the simple fact that now that he's gone, this is what comes up, this is what people remember, and it's almost like they lose empathy for what you went through, because they're remembering you by what the narcissist is saying about you, even after. So there's always two sides, and sometimes you just won't ever know. So narcissists want to destroy you, and guess what? Once they accomplish what they wanted, they don't feel bad. They're sitting here telling other people that you basically killed yourself over them, and they're pretending like they feel bad, and they're telling other people, and they don't feel bad because they didn't feel bad when they were doing the things that they were doing to you. She didn't care about how many years she did it for. She didn't care, but then you think to yourself, well, was there something wrong with him? But then, it's like you never really know the story. You're thinking, did this really happen? Was she really a narcissist? Was he really a narcissist? What? You will literally fry your brain cells trying to figure out what's going on in other people's worlds, because they're living in their own hell. But when these people try to come into your world, and that's the lesson that I wanted to share to my brother, and I hope it helps with you guys, is that when you see those red flags, run for your life. Run for your life. If I was not there to protect my mother, at the moment, I don't feel like he would have, because he thought it was a joke. So, the reason I'm even explaining to you guys this and speaking about the situation, it's not because I want to speak on those people's lives. It's because I want you guys to understand how people will attach themselves to you and destroy you. And you will destroy yourself even trying to plant seeds and try to help some of these people even. Because every time these toxic relationships are going about, the people around them aren't surprised. As an empath, the people around you aren't surprised when they see you in and out with these type of people. They're looking at you like, hopefully you don't get hurt. And you're looking like, I'm not going to get hurt. Nothing's going to happen. I'm just going to go and talk to them one last time. Nothing's going to happen. Living in La La Land. And that's what I was thinking about, with my brother. I'm like, I told him, that guy can hurt everyone in this house. Don't bring her around. So she's sleeping with a whole new guy now, got pregnant by him, and this guy killed himself. So, that's why I wanted to share this video with you guys, because you guys don't even understand that not only is the narcissist able to do something to you, but you're able to have thoughts in your head of doing something to yourself. And then not only that, they're able to, manipulate other people to literally drive them to the point of insanity, where these people are out of their brain, out of their minds, and they come and do something to you. They come and they break your car. They come and they try to destroy your things, and you don't really know these people. These people, might not be as strong as you, that they're taking their anger out on you instead of the narcissist. So there's no telling, who's the narcissist, who's the empath. You never really know, because it's not your story. So this message also is to let people know to get out of other people's stories. Save yourself. Save yourself, because saving people, they'll bite you. They'll bite you, and you're trying to help them out of a situation that they could be, in harm's way, And I also learned this, the hard way. Sometimes you get into situations with narcissists and people won't help you. You're wondering, like, why are people watching me get beat up and no one's helping me? Because they're looking at you like, I'm pretty sure this man is violent. I'm pretty sure you know what they're about. Some people just, when they know that, when they feel like you know who you're dealing with, they don't want to put their life in harm, because you already know who you're dealing with. So I did want to, come on here. I didn't really want to go over the story, because honestly, I'm someone who's really quiet. I just try to soak up the information. And a lot of times I go over it in my mind, and then I'm like, oh, I really don't want to talk about it because I already went over it, every single detail in my mind. But I was like, you know what? Someone might need to hear this, because it's crazy when it's like a movie, and you're watching different characters and you know what's going to happen, and you're like trying to stop it and you can't stop it, or you tell people certain things and they don't want to listen to you. They don't listen to you. Just like, when you're with a narcissist, you don't listen to what people are telling you. You think, I need to find out for myself. Someone is explaining to you the rules of the game, and you're like, no, I'll figure out how to play the game. I'll figure it out on my own, instead of acknowledging the information that you're getting and then putting the pieces together according to what you believe to be true. That's why you can't react when it comes to a narcissist, because they could be setting you up to fight. They want you to be mad. They want you to defend them. They want you to do these things. This is why you have to think about what you do before you do it. You have to think, like, what's the benefit of me fighting this person? So, if you are away from the narcissist, stay away from these people, because if you don't talk to them for months, years, there's no telling who they're around. There's no telling the enemies that they've made, that they've created. A lot of times when these people try to destroy you, all they're doing, like I said, is they're destroying themselves, so always know that, you can't take things as a joke, as a game. A lot of, online dating, people you meet online, you're bringing them over, they have issues in their relationships, and you don't even know. That's dangerous. Those people that get online, that are married, that have relationships, and they get online for a quick hookup, and their partner knows something is up with them and finds you, and men too. Men have to be careful with these Jezebel spirits, because they look friendly. They look like good girls. You're having a good time. The whole time they're planning on robbing you. They're planning on calling their narcissist, low-grade narcissist boyfriend to come and break into your home just because you live in a nicer neighborhood than them. It's crazy out here. So, it's crazy. And it's crazy when you tell someone something and they don't listen to you and they get mad. And then years later, they're still upset about that situation. And instead of saying, dang, you were right, something could have happened, they still won't acknowledge that. So this is why you can't worry about other people, and, you have to survive. They don't care about killing you off. They don't care about you killing yourself off the game. It'll just give them to them. It'll give them more energy to act like the victim. That's all it's going to do. It doesn't make those. Sometimes you feel like, oh, it'll all be better if I'm not here. No, that's what they want you to think. They want you to feel like that. That's how they want you to feel. That's not the reality of who you are. It's not the reality of your world. They're dragging you into their world. They're trying to deceive you. They're trying to make a move on you. That's all that is. And it could be the people you care about the most. You might try to help them and they don't want to help themselves. Don't wait for people anymore. Don't sit there and wait for people. Don't sit there and think to yourself, well, I want to do this, but I don't want to do it because this person can't do it. Or I want to do this, but I only want to do it if I take this person with me. Sometimes you just have to do things. You can't take people with you. They're already stuck into that character they're playing. They're stuck in that character. And when you see danger coming and you're warning everyone, you're like, hey, there's a fire. Everyone is like, what fire? We don't see it. Everything's black and white. What are you talking about? There, it's a fire. And then when you finally, start putting the fire out and the smoke starts clearing, oh, That's a fire. It's a real fire. You really put the fire out. And then when there's another fire, now they're like, oh, there's another fire like the one you said last time. It's like they're barely learning things. They're barely learning things. Some of these people claim like they know what's going on. And if you second guess yourself, you can destroy yourself. If I was to go along with everything my narcissist brother said, if I just, you know how some narcissists, their sisters, their parents go along with everything they do and say. Don't you realize that when their parents and everyone around does what the narcissist ringleader does, what they say, don't you realize that there's always drama, always destruction following those type of people and those type of families? There's always some type of drama. They're always gossiping about someone. They're always creating drama. Because in my brother's mind, he can easily be thinking I'm being a narcissist because I wanted to control the situation, when in reality, my reality is I was trying to save your life, and it's so crazy that, everyone, you never really know what's going on. All you know is your reality. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. They're so disconnected. They don't see. So just like this gentleman, committed suicide, rest in peace, I don't know his story, but what I experienced that day, and I felt his energy, and I calmed him down, and I felt like I could see the spirit that was in him. Like I could see it. And I was like, look, we don't have anything to do with her. We don't know. I literally had to calm him down because he was trying to, almost control me in a way, but in a way I could tell that I was calming him down. And because I knew I was able to calm him down, I knew that there was still some empathy in him that was thinking about what I was telling him. He had enough sense to start calming down, but he was still very erratic from the situation. So I realized it's her, Even if you say you were too young, you don't stay with someone for that many years. Years pass by, and now come to find out this person has committed suicide. So to me, it's like, always try to forgive people. Always try to end things on good terms. Always try to even understand that, we might agree to disagree. Always be okay with the closure the narcissist never gives you. And when they come back, be okay with not having to give them any closure. Be okay with not reconnecting with them, because reconnecting with them could be dangerous. So I guess that's what my video also was about, reconnecting with these people. It's dangerous. So a lot of times narcissists feel like, I tried to destroy you. And, even though they're the ones who left and they're the ones that are getting burnt by that rope, they got burned by that rope. It came back to them, that energy that they were putting out, they're coming back to you, and they're upset that you burnt them, they're trying to get you back. So, this is why it's dangerous, because you might have not done anything, but they know that the energy they put out came back. So to them, it's like, it's never going to stop until you forgive me. So they want to be forgiven, but then they want to do the same thing to you again. So, even if you feel like, okay, I can give them closure because I already have the closure. I'm not looking back. I already know I'm not looking back. I know I'm strong enough, to not want the narcissist back. I don't look at them like that no more. I know who they are. I see right through them. I'm disgusted with what they did, but, you forgive them because you're an empath. Even though you're hurt, there's this part of you that just will always forgive these people. And, you have to understand that even if you forgive them, you don't have to necessarily talk to them. Because just involving yourself, having a conversation with them, they're running back telling their family members that you're the one that reached out to them. So even if they reached out to you, they'll tell people that you reached out to them. And then those people will go and tell their new supply or people around them and make them jealous. So this is why I say you have to stay away from these people. Your life depends on it. Your mental health depends on it. It's like a disease. They're putting a spell on you. They're putting a spell on you. Like, I remember feeling like how a lot of you might, have felt before, where it's like, I had rather die than not be with the narcissist, because I felt like he had took me out of everything that I knew. So I was like, I might as well be dead because my identity is gone. And I felt like I died. And one day, after going through so much, it's like almost like God saved me, and I realized I could be someone new. I could use this information to be a better version of myself. So, always work on being a better version of yourself. Do not let these people kill you, destroy you, put you to, dead you out of this game of life. We all have our day, and we all know that each day that comes by, we all know that tomorrow might not come. We all know that. So do not, be smarter. Don't ever second guess what people are capable of, especially when your mind is telling you. My mind told me that day, this is a dangerous situation. Years later, she's still sleeping around, still married, still not divorced, still sleeping around. And whether she's dealing with a narcissist or not, she should know she's putting everyone in danger. So she could be an empath, but she's still putting people in danger, So, I'm sending you guys lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace. I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that it can save someone's life who is feeling down and out because these people have tried to destroy you. Someone who, they tried to put an end to you. Sometimes you might have thought of putting an end to yourself. I'm sending you guys lots of love. You guys don't even understand how life is outside of the narcissist world. It hurts. Trust me, it's going to hurt. You're always going to have, memories of your past, but eventually those memories start to fade away. They become little just pieces, and just like everything else we've experienced. And I always think to myself, imagine if we had to carry on remembering and those moments where everything, that pain that you might have. Imagine feeling that pain every single day because you can remember every single detail of not just this life that you're living in, but past lives. Imagine if we lived past lives and we remembered everything from the past. And yeah, it would be such a magical thing to know. But imagine knowing half the crap that you've experienced, trauma, and still feeling all that pain from all of those things right now. If you ask me, and I think many of you guys will agree, that that's hell. We know that that's hell. It's a state of mind where the narcissist tries to leave you at. It's scary. You feel like you'll never get out, but you can. Every time we think it could get worse, it will get worse. So, it's best to get out of that hell, because that's a place where the narcissist brought you to second guess yourself. So if you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe. If you guys are new to this channel, like, share. If you care, comment down below. And, I'm sending you guys lots of peace, you guys. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.